Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 6. This week, we're going to be writing our second paper. And so I just wanted to give you some brief instructions on the assignment so that you can get started successfully. So you'll see in this week's module, there's an overview with your key due dates. There's a copy of the prompt, the Google Doc. There's our discussion, which is due tomorrow, and I'll go over that. Our first draft of the paper and our final draft of the paper that's due on Sunday. So let's go over the assignment first. And okay, so let's see. So probably the most important thing to know for now is how to respond to the question the prompt is asking. So the question is, the prompt is really asking for an argument, and this is the first paper that assignment in this class that's really asking you to construct an argument. Okay, so we've got this statement right here, and then we have the question. Do you agree with this statement? To what extent do you agree with this statement? So let's go over this statement just briefly. There's a couple of key terms in the statement that I think are important. The first two terms, really, they mean the same thing, indicator and predictor. So this means basically predicting in the future the type of leadership potential a person has. And then this phrase is also really important because Bennis and Thomas are basically saying to predict if someone is capable of leadership, we need to look at how they handle negative events, how they handle trials in their life. If they handle them well, if they find meaning out of them, then that means this person has a lot of leadership potential. Okay. So based on your experiences and the course readings that we have done, do you agree with this? And to what extent do you agree with it? So as I mentioned in the discussion board assignment, you don't have to completely agree or completely disagree. In fact, it's generally better if maybe you're somewhere in the middle. As you construct a response to this question, I would think about defining for you what true leadership means. So what do you think this term means, true leadership? And do some of the readings help you define this term? Okay, so if I were to construct a thesis here, I would probably borrow some of the words from the prompt to respond to it, at least for my first draft. I might say something like, for me, one of the most reliable predictors of true leadership is this, and maybe something else as well. So definitely recommend borrowing some of the language from the prompt to construct your initial response. As you look at responding to the discussion board, this week's discussion, let me go back to that assignment over here. Don't get too hung up on your claim. Just try to get some language out there that's responding to the prompt. And I'm going to go in and moderate this discussion. So I'm going to look at every single person's thesis statement and provide you with some feedback on it. And then I'll choose some models that we can look at as a class. So again, if you're not sure, you know what you're doing, don't worry about it. Just do your best to respond to the prompt to start to develop some ideas, and you'll get some feedback on that. Okay, so you'll get some feedback on that probably on Wednesday. And then 2 days later on Friday, you have your first draft due. And then for the next day or so, you're going to be doing some peer review, looking at a couple of different papers, providing some comments, also revising your own paper. And we're going to try to get the final draft in by this Sunday. I know this is a short week with vacation. If we don't quite get there, if I look at the drafts and we feel like we need a little bit more time on this assignment, I'm open to that, but we'll just see how this week goes. And hopefully we can meet that deadline so we have more time for the next few assignments. So as always, email me with any of your questions, and good luck with the assignment this week.